So, first of all, I just want to say something weird happened to me on the way here and then ask the question.
Okay.
I read the directions and went to the St. Mark's Chapel.
Yeah. Oh, St. Mark's. Yeah.
And I didn't find you there. So
No, I don't imagine you did. Yeah.
So I made up name of a church. I think the Unitarian Church or something, which apparently is on East Charleston somewhere. Someone told me.
Yeah.
So I started driving, and for some reason I pulled into this parking garage, came in and expected you to be here, and you were here. So I don't know how I got here, but I've been. Yeah.
You know, I say the same thing to myself on a pretty regular basis.
And it's weird because I found you on YouTube of all the places
Oh, good Lord.
3 days ago.
Oh,
and
must have been a slow day on the computer,
yeah.
huh?
And I heard everything you had recorded and up there, and I just had this desire to come and just
Something resonated, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
So the question I had sort of is disappearing, but let me ask you what I was thinking at that time when I was sitting there. Was who gets enlightened? I mean,
Nobody.
nobody, right?
Right,
So
right. Anybody that says they're enlightened isn't, by the very definition of it.
Because the person is the story,
Yes.
and the story wants to get enlightened.
Yes.
And enlightenment is probably realizing that it's a story, and then it's over. Is it?
That's part of it. Yes. Enlightenment is, see, the only thing, enlightenment just means awake, right? Perceiving reality. That's all.
But who's awake if you are not there anymore?
Okay, well, let's bring it down to something that's connected with your experience, all right? I always like to make this as practical as possible.
Yeah.
Okay? So instead of saying enlightenment, just for the moment, this may help answer your question. It's a great question, by the way. Awareness is happening right now, is it not? It's looking at me, it's hearing me, it's sensing everything in that particular your body. All awareness is happening, right? Now, in the same way that the mind would maybe say to itself, I want to be enlightened. The mind would unconsciously, it is in a constant state of concluding, I'm aware. That's I'm aware. And then you go and you look for the one that's aware, this little I. You notice you don't find anything? The fact that you're shaking your head tells me.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? Every time you look for yourself, you don't find yourself.
Yeah. As you were speaking, that's what I was thinking. And
right, so...
never thought of it this way before.
Wonderful. Then this is a great thing, as far as I'm concerned, to start to realize. Then it's not true that you or I or anything or anybody else is aware, is it? What is it that's aware then?
It just is.
There you go.
But
if anything's aware, awareness is aware.
My question then is, how can I hold on to this? It feels like...
Of course. So the mind comes up and says, this is wonderful. How do I hold on to this?
Yeah.
Right? And now I'm speaking to the mind, and I'm saying, you've just asked a wonderful question that has no answer at all, because you remember, you aren't the one that's aware. Awareness is aware. It's just the simple recognition. Oh, awareness is aware. The you thought comes in and says, how do I maintain this? But see, this isn't a state you're maintaining, is it? It's not like we've created something, like we've sang some music together and you feel really great and blissed out and you want to know how to maintain it, right?
It feels fake right now.
It feels great. That's what
I said.
Fake.
I'm not used to
the feeling itself is immaterial. Whether you feel good or bad, whether it feels real or unreal. The feeling doesn't matter, does it?
No.
It's just how your body's responding. It's the question you asked and your observation of your own experience. If you look for yourself and you don't find a someone or something that is aware, that owns awareness, then that you've seen that. It doesn't matter how you feel about it, what you think about it.
I remember the story though.
It is what it is. What's what?
I remember the story of me still though.
What's the story?
You know, I
Fine.
was a story. It's still there, right, somewhere?
Yes, of course it's still there. Did you think you're necessarily going to get rid of it?
No, not really.
It's just a story.
I don't know. You know, probably. I don't know.
What am I supposed to know?
There's something in you that's enlightened, I suppose.
No. It's not that way. Please don't look at me and go, there walks an enlightened guy or an enlightened being, and think me any different from you. No. The guy called Adya is not the enlightened guy, because there isn't an enlightened guy. The guy's a guy, right? It's like having a Halloween mask. You look at the mask. You don't go, oh, you're so conscious and enlightened. What a night! It's just a mask, right? So this is a moving, living, sentient mask. The only enlightenment is enlightened. Only consciousness is conscious.
It sounds like a very big word, like enlightenment. Like, how could someone like me or someone like us?
I know. Yeah.
Sounds. That's what I meant by it sounds fake.
Yeah, I know, because it's so contrary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Enlightenment in the cultural ideas is enlightenment is for special people, right? But let's look at that. If it's all one, how could that be true? You see how it doesn't add up with oneness. If it's all one, then very ordinary people are the one. Either it's all one or it's not all one. I've always found that amazing, that we have this idea of unity or oneness, and then we still hold on to these ideas of specialness. And then, of course, what we really hold on to is the idea of personal inferiority. Which reminds me of one of my favorite jokes that came from a Woody Allen movie. And Woody Allen said, I'd never go to a party who would invite somebody like me. Right? That's a spiritual seeker's dilemma. I want enlightenment, but if it will allow someone like me to be enlightened, I don't want anything to do with it. Because then it won't look like the way I want it to look. You see what I mean? It's like a party I wouldn't want to go to.
Yeah, and maybe I don't even want enlightenment. I just wanted to find out what it is.
What it is, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I really want it. Maybe
it's
you
not
do.
Like you're grabbing for
maybe you do, but I don't think I really want it. I just want to know what it is. And then and then go back home. And then be myself again, you know.
I'm afraid those two things are mutually incompatible.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh. Enlightenment is just realizing what you are. That's it. That's enlightenment, realizing what you are. You realize what you are, then you realize what everything else is. And I'll stop there. Come on up.